Our next guest. Hello, Laura Cameron, Managing Director of CRUXe. How are you?
Pretty good.
Now, you had a pretty eventful morning. You were just participating in the New Beverage Showdown.
Yes.
How did that go? We know we didn't advance to the finals, but I hope it was a good experience for you.
It was good. I got a lot of good feedback. After the event, I've talked to several companies that want to hear a little bit more and see my product and taste, so it went really well.
That's great. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
So, we're lucky here because we actually have a chance to talk to you before the product is even launched.
Yes.
So we're getting some very exclusive information here.
Okay.
Why don't we get a little bit of background? I mean, it sounds like you're coming from a different industry and sort of getting into beverages. What's the motivation there?
So motivation was around youth health. I have a daughter. She was playing comp soccer, and I watched a dad hand his daughter, one of the really great athletes, his half-drink energy drink. And being in business, I thought, oh my gosh, there's a need there because that's not healthy. And so I went back and started looking at data because that's what I do. I'm kind of a data nerd.
Okay.
And that's where I saw how much diabetes and obesity was driven by the overconsumption of sugar. So is there something else we can give them? And if we give them something, will they drink it? And what does that look like and feel like and taste like? So that's why I went to BevNet 6 months ago in New York, was to find out what does this all mean.
Right. So it sounds like no sugar is sort of your base starting point, and then where does it go from there?
Okay, so let me clarify. Yeah, it's actually low sugar and it's real sugars. But what we're trying to give them, instead of high salt, high sugar, or even unnatural sugars, is healthy energy and healthy hydration. So that actually does mean a little bit of sugar. But it's a lifestyle beverage for youth and families with really busy schedules, so probably most of us. It's for that, what I call, if you're a parent and you have kids, the drop and go, where you're so busy, you're pulling up to the curb and you're not even parking, you're just pushing your kids out because you don't want them to be even more late, right? So as an adult, we know how good our kombucha or our favorite cold pressed juices, right? We're bottling the benefits of that and creating products that kids really actually want, that are convenient, that they're going to drink and not waste, and that parents feel really good and confident giving them.
Right, so you mentioned two different groups there, obviously kids, parents.
Yeah.
It sounds like this is, somewhat fitness oriented, but also could be an everyday drink. So how do you sort of, it crosses over different categories. How do you sort of focus, or how are you going to, when you go to launch, how are you going to sort of target who you want to, this to be a product for?
So I'm learning you can do it in a couple different ways. You can just go to several different beverage categories, or you can make your own. And that kind of goes with our tagline, Challenge the Trends. Maybe we're going to make our own lifestyle beverage, or maybe we are going to put it into a healthier premium water. We're learning that definitely through BevNet, what's going to be best. It's a little bit of opinion, and we're getting a lot of good feedback all around. So,
what is some of the feedback? What is some of the feedback you've gotten so far?
So they like, the parents and the kids really like it. The can. So we got some feedback during our pitch about the packaging maybe being a little wrong.
Right.
So we'll go back and we'll look at that. It's, some of the other pros and experts in the room said, well, your parents seem to like it and your kids really like it. So maybe there's something we can tweak and make it a little more snazzy, maybe a cheaper, less expensive can. We'll keep going.
Right.
Yeah,
And you mentioned too, being bold, following your dreams. I checked out your website. You guys have very emphasis on that quite a bit. Where does that come in, and what other sort of sustainability initiatives, or what other, beyond the liquid itself, do you see this going?
Well, we want to challenge trends, and there's a lot of big trends. There's using plastic bottles. That's not good for the environment. Our aluminum can is easier to recycle. It's cheaper, lighter to transport. So there's a trend. It may be, we're wasting a lot of plastic, so there's a trend. Diabetes and obesity, those are driving an increase in the U.S. So we want to challenge those trends, as well as poor body image. So Health, definitely in the areas of physical, mental, and social. That's what we want to challenge right now in the U.S.
That's a lot to put into one bottle. How is that going to work?
One step at a time. The bottle and the healthy product in the bottle definitely means physically you're going to be better. There's a lot of things that come with that. We talk about how with health, the things that kids dream about, it's much more possible. It's exponentially more possible with health. So we'll start with physical and go from there.
Okay. And so when can we maybe expect to find, or when can we expect to see you in stores, and where?
Thank you for that. So we're going to test market in Denver. That's where we're going. And we're going to hit up the sports tournament circuit. We found some creative ways to get in without being a major. So we're going to do that. And then hopefully for the consumers who really like us, we're going to find the stores that are most convenient for them. Maybe a Target, a Walmart, Costco for sure, so parents, teams can buy in bulk.
Right.
Yeah.
Great. Well, hey, we're out of time, but thank you so much for stopping by, Laura. Best of luck.
Thanks
Sure
again.
we'll be seeing you again.